right in front of me. Happy New Year, guys.
Dude, Miami hasn't played Ole Miss since 1951.
So,
were you at that game?
I was not.
Okay.
No, but if Miami beats Ole Miss, Miami goes to the national championship game in Miami. Fun fact, last time I was at a national championship game was January of 1992 when Miami beat Nebraska 22-0. I was at that game at the Orange Bowl. Shout out Orange Bowl.
Question: was that the game with the fumble Rooski?
Fumble Rooski?
Yeah, the trick play where they.
No, Miami just put a whooping on Nebraska. It's 22-0, bro. We just ran it down the
game. The famous championship game was Miami versus Ohio State way back when. 25.
Dude, the worst pass interference call in the history of sports.
So this was redemption a little bit. 25 years later.
It was redemption. It was redemption. Miami played Ohio State like in 2010. We went to Ohio State, me and my buddies. I walked into the stadium at the Horseshoe. Me and some buddies, Edgerrin James and Jeremy Shockey, all walked in together, like fashionably late, as we do in Miami.
We were talking.
Cool story.
Yeah. We were talking about Edgerrin James at the New Year's Eve party I went to. He's actually from one town over from me in Lehigh. Didn't know.
He's from Immokalee, isn't he? From Immokalee?
I think it's Lehigh, but maybe. But like,
dude, you know what they do in Immokalee? I don't know if they're still allowed to do this. They may have gotten canceled, but in the old days, they used to take these little kids and they would stick them in like rabbit farms and have them chase rabbits all over the ranch.
Yeah, a lot of famous players from these towns.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
JC's very excited. His team won. Congratulations. But this is a market. This is a market show. This is a market show. So let's start the markets part of it.
I think we should.
Yeah. All right.
Right. So many new highs. Have you gone over your monthly charts, your quarterlies? Have you done it?
Nope.
No.
You haven't done it? Too busy?
Nope. Mm-hmm.
I did.
And
holy shit, are there so many new highs?
Everything's at a new high when you look at a monthly chart.
Why don't more people do that, you think?
I don't know. Time frame.
Yeah. So people are just caught up in too many short-term trends to realize what a beast this bull market is.
Do you think you do even have to look at monthly charts every month to know what they look like? I could look at a daily chart and know what the monthly is going to look like. No,
you know why? Because every time, and you know me, as long as you've known me, I do this every month, right? It's not like I'm cherry picking this month, right? It just happens that this is the end of a quarter and end of a year, but I do this every month. And I got to tell you, you're right to a certain extent. Like in a lot of these cases, but every month there's always oh wow.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That I wouldn't notice unless I actually go in there and do the work. But every month there's that, I didn't realize that was doing that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. You got Harmander in the chat, just loving the long-term sticks, asking for annual candles.
I go quarterly. Annuals are aggressive. And you know what? I used to say that quarterlies were aggressive too, and then I changed my mind. David Cox changed my mind. True story. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
David Cox years ago is the one who was like, JC, maybe you should start looking at quarterly candles. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a whirl. Right.
And you know what, Billy Cunningham, you're right. Let's go, Baidu. Shout out Baidu, spinning off their chip making unit, I believe, as its own semiconductor business that'll be listed in Hong Kong. And they love it out here. They love everything in China this morning. Get yourself some yin. Here we go.
Get yourself some what?
Some yin.
Yin.
What is yin?
It's the opposite of yang, JC.
Yeah, come on, man. The YINN 3X.
I don't know this. Is that like a thing that I should know about?
The 3X, how you doing?
Dude, I'm telling you right now, the long Michael Saylor, short Peter Schiff trade is setting up.
Yeah, it's so real.
Dude, it's setting up. And I'm not trying to hate on Michael Saylor or Peter Schiff. I couldn't give a shit about either one of those guys. But the trade itself, just from a philosophical standpoint, you know, long crypto, short precious metals, I'm not in that trade. I'm long both of them, right? I'm not in that trade. Right. That's not the point. It's not about me. It's about the setup, right? This is whipsaw hunting season. This is arguably the last day of that whipsaw season. Sure, and then the true players, where the play is at, throw your hands up, hands up. The true players get back to the desk on Monday, the 5th.
I feel like they're already here reversing things today, the way things are looking.
Well, that tends to happen. You get a little bit of a reversal before, you know, a little tease. That might be what we're seeing. You're not wrong, Strazza. You're not wrong, sir.
I do like this action to start the year. And yes, JC, even crypto having a happy new year so far.
Strazza just wants one green candle.
One green candle.
One green candle.
All you need, really.
Dude, we need one win against Ole Miss. One win against Ole Miss, and your boy gets to take his dad to the national championship game. How cool is that?
Oh, I want that for you guys.
I know.
It's gonna be beautiful.
My dad took me to a national championship game in January '92 when we won. He took me to the Super Bowl in '96 in New Orleans when the Packers beat the Patriots. Nice. He took me to the Olympics in '96.
Wow.
Countless Dolphin games and Heat NBA Finals he took me to when the Dwayne Wade coming out party. Remember that in '06? I was there for that. So Dad's taking me to.
That was the Desmond Howard touchdown game, right? I remember that Super Bowl.
Wow. Yes, it was the Desmond Howard touchdown. Wow. Yep. So my dad's taken me to a lot of incredible games over the years. So the fact that I could take him, because it doesn't seem like I want to be taken to a Dolphins Super Bowl anytime soon. That's for damn sure. So, but a Canes national championship game in Miami.
I think you'd rather have the Canes. If I said, JC, you get a Dolphins Super Bowl or Canes national championship, I feel like you'd take the latter.
Well, the Canes just have better chances to win championships than the Dolphins, so the Dolphins
more realistic.
Are a surprise.
It's not such wishful thinking.
Right. We expect to win championships as a Miami Hurricane. As a Dolphins fan, they haven't won a playoff game in a quarter century. So, you know.
That's the longest active drought, I believe. So.
And I think you'd rather play Ole Miss than Georgia.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, I can't believe that. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. What do you say we do a little state of the markets? Maybe talk about all these highs. There's so many highs, so much win.
I thought you would never ask.
Do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Yep.
I was doing some analysis, and man, so many new highs. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average, highest quarterly close ever, up another 140 points this morning, 48,475. S&P 500, also highest quarterly close ever, up 0.5% today, 69.28. NASDAQ 100, not to keep reiterating the obvious, all-time quarterly close again for the NASDAQ 100, up almost a 1% this morning to start out the new year, 25,700. 30-year bond futures down 0.25%, 115.5. Crude oil down almost a 1%, back under 57. Copper up 0.5%, 570. Gold up 1%, 43.80. Silver up almost 4%, 73.40, with the VIX still right around 15. Over in funny money land, we got Bitcoin 89,350, up 0.75% this morning. We got Ethereum back above 3,000. Strazza up 1.5% today, 30.50 for Ethereum. We got old Solana 128, up 1% and change on the day. Brings the total crypto market cap, Mr. Spencer Israel, $3 trillion. $3 trillion. By the way, Pepe the Frog absolutely ripping in the overnight session.
Didn't know that.
Pepe the Frog up 15%.
Oh, okay. The more you know.
You long Pepe the Frog?
No, I'm not. Not long any meme coins.
Is Pepe the Frog the leading indicator here for crypto?
No.
No.
Unfortunately, I don't have a better answer for you. And I know today is Friday. It is Crypto Friday, but Louis is out today. So he was on the show like 2 days ago. He was on the show on Monday. So go back and watch that if you missed it. But I don't know what the answer is. I just know it's not Pepe. Right. I'm sure.
Yeah, Pepe the Frog. Absolutely ripping. Absolutely ripping. Pengu making moves.
I mean, I'm more interested in the fact that, I mean, everything is up, right? Except for oil, but
yeah, Pengu's up 8%. Nice call there. Yeah. Are you long the Pengu?
No. I'm interested in silver up 4%. Gold is up a little bit this morning.
Okay, boomer.
Speaking of the metals, we are doing a live event, or I say we, I mean not me, not JC. The guys over at the Gold Rush, Jason and Sam, going live today at 4:15 Eastern time, talking about the next move for the precious metals. What do you do if you are in this trade and you're sitting on huge profits? What do you do if you miss the trade? What's the next move? The link is in the chat. It is in the description. It is on the screen. This will not air live on YouTube. It'll air live on allstarcharts.com. So there's the link. It is a free event though, so check it out today, 4:15 Eastern time. What's next for gold? What's next for silver? I don't know. That's why I have Jason, Sam. They tell me these things, and then I internalize all of it. So
yeah, when we talk about being short Michael Saylor or long Michael Saylor, short Peter Schiff, I don't have that trade on, right? I'm thinking about, sort of the implications of what something like that could look like. That is certainly in the realm of possibilities, guys, like for real.
Yeah, a lot of those types of trades, just because you say it doesn't mean you have it on.
Yeah, it's more like it's really interesting here how this is setting up, because it's setting up for something like that. And by the way, it doesn't necessarily have to be a long Michael Saylor, short Peter Schiff. It could be long both. That's entirely possible too. Dollar takes another crap to the downside, right?
The issue with the strategy, I mean, one of the issues is that you are literally buying if you're buying today, you're buying at the lows, right? I mean, strategy made a new low on Friday.
Right there, man.
What day is today? Wednesday. Today's Friday.
Yeah, today's Friday. If they squeeze them, right, and that turns into a whipsaw, look out, dude. Look out. Look out. Throw up slide 2, guys. So I was doing a little work, and looking at just going over all the markets. Steve Strazza, new all-time high monthly close this year for All Country World Index.
I'm good with that one.
United States and ex-US. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's probably fine to hold on to your international stocks into 2026.
Want some fun facts?
Yeah, I do. I would love
All
that.
right, so S&P 500 finished the year up 17.7% on a total return basis. NASDAQ 100, 20.7%. Dow, 14.7% total return. Ready? So those are pretty good gains. Like, those are historic gains.
Solid.
Right? After 2 other years. But hold on, check this out. Latin America, up 52%. Europe, 37%. Asia, 47%. Africa, 75%. And then when you go country by country, you'll see even bigger winners. Peru up 86, Poland up 77. So big winners. Over in America, technology 24.5%, communications 23%, industrials 19%, financials 15%.
Okay. So do we see something similar in 2026, or do they hand it back off to the United States for that leadership?
I mean, hard to fight this trend of international leadership. I'm not seeing any evidence of this changing. It could change, I suppose. I think it's going to be more of a sector rotation story. If you see technology as a leader, I'd imagine the United States would be a leader there. Why don't we go into some of the U.S. indexes? Highest quarterly close ever. Next chart. Highest quarterly close ever for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Trannies also confirming new all-time high. Highest quarterly closes ever for the Dow Jones Industrial Average and Dow Jones Transportation Average. Steve Strazza, do you care?
Yeah, I think it's bullish. Yeah, I care.
Okay. How about this one? Throw up slide 8. We'll go to 8 and 9. We'll bring it back to international. Look at
transports look like small caps.
EFA. Transports look better than small caps. EFA. These are developed markets. Think a lot of Europe, a lot of Japan, Australia, right? New all-time highs. And then look at emerging markets. Take a look at this guy.
Yeah, it's really good.
Look at that base, brother. Look at that base, brother.
And they're kicking off the new year with a bang over there in EM. So I think you go with it. I think you lean right into this momentum. Today, if this candle sticks, EEM is really breaking out of a range that's been in place since early October, maybe even September. You had a big sideways situation there into the whole fourth quarter, really. And now I think you're finally getting a breakout. It's just like that, top that's probably not a top in China that we talked about. Huge momentum. FXI up 3% pre-market today. Really nice way to start a new year for international stocks, the way things look today before the bell.
Great call on the Freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah, Freedom, new all-time highs. Good for Perth. We're all rooting for her. She's absolutely crushing. Good for her. Yes. I think Strazza just nailed it. Strazza's talking about a correction in emerging markets going back a few months, right? So Strazza is talking about, a much shorter time horizon. So one of the things that I love to do is to combine those time horizon, right? Very Brian Shannon-esque, if you will. Another shout out to Brian Shannon this week. Yeah. Multiple time frames, guys. The reason I love the monthly and quarterly candles is because it gives us the bigger picture. So when you combine the bigger picture trends with the shorter term trends, that can be very powerful. So think about it like this. Strazza is talking about this consolidation over the last couple of months, potentially resolving higher. What does that mean when you zoom out? Think about the implications of Strazza being right here on the short term. Think about what that means in the long term.
Right? Yeah, I think there's a big runway because that's a monster base that you're showing. And you know what? That price structure that you're looking at right there is not unique in international markets. When you look overseas, it's big bases everywhere. Mm-hmm. We could go to Europe and talk about the big bases there. And then I could tell you something similar about Germany, which would look, beautiful on a quarterly, I'm sure. When you look at the daily, Germany's been stuck in a sideways range since May. Like 7 months of consolidation, digesting the gain.
Tight.
Yeah, very tight, right? Digesting really nice gains, really that occurred in 2024 mostly, and early 25 off of the April lows. If you get a resolution there, that's a big consolidation that ends up being a continuation pattern, and that's the kind of pattern you want to buy when you enter a new trade or enter a new position. So I think there is stuff to do in international equities right now. If you feel underexposed, or if you feel like you don't have enough allocation to ex-US stocks, there are places you can go right now that look pretty damn actionable to me.
Yeah, 100%. So when you see all of that strength and all that potential internationally, let's bring it back to the United States and see if we're seeing certain divergences. Because for us to have a bear market or a correction of any kind, you need the prices of stocks to fall, right? That's just math. So a great way to see if prices of stocks are falling is to go sector by sector and do a sum of the parts analysis. So let's just go through a few of the sectors that represent a large percentage of the overall indexes. And we'll start with financials. Throw that up. I know you guys just had that up. Start with financials. We don't have bull markets around here without financials. You can argue that financials are the most important sector in the market. I make that argument all the time. You decide what's most important, but it's at the very least, it's in the conversation. Financials, highest monthly close ever. Next chart, we're looking at industrials. Industrials historically have the highest correlation with the S&P 500 of all of the S&P sectors. So if math means anything to you, you can argue that industrials are the most important sector in America, and industrials also just closed at new all-time highs. Next one. And then we'll discuss technology. New all-time highs in October. Couple of months of consolidation. Communications, new all-time highs in September. Few months of consolidation.
Yeah.
Pennies within a new all-time high. Next one, we're looking at consumer discretionary. 70% of U.S. GDP comes from the consumer. New all-time highs in October. Couple of months of digestion. Very similar to communications and tech. Next chart.
Yeah.
Healthcare, pennies from a new all-time high in November. Right there, right now. Big time underperformer, making a comeback. Now a leader in this market. I think this could definitely be a leader in 2026. Next chart, I got two more. Materials, not all of them are going up. Materials have been going sideways for 4.5 years, guys. 4.5 years of consolidation. Looks great. A lot of chemicals here. And then the last one is energy. This thing's been basing for 17.5 years. It's not going up. It's not going down.
I remember this consolidation when I was just a kid.
This thing's been a consolidation forever. So I just showed you a bunch of sectors. And for us to have a bear market or correction of any kind, at least one of these needs to start falling, right? None of them have been falling, right? So you can't have a correction or a bear market without at least one of them going down. All of the sectors that I just showed you, I left a few out. The sectors that I just showed you represent over 90% of the S&P 500 and over 95% of the NASDAQ 100 and the Dow. So this is a pretty solid group there, right?
This is a great rundown.
You like that? What you just saw pretty much the whole market.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the weakness? Where's the vulnerability? Where are the stocks that are going down?
Well, you're not going to see it on a monthly chart. So that's not fair, right? You're not going to catch that. You're not going to catch a market turn looking at monthly charts. Let's be honest. Go back to them. Go back and let's see. What would the evidence have been in February of last year looking at a monthly chart? You got to look at the daily for that. So everything's going to look good on a monthly, which is why I don't look at them as much as you, because that part could be a little bit deceptive sometimes. I do think you have to drill in to find
multiple time frames, sir.
Right now. No, I'm all for it. I get it. But come on, you got to give me that. On the monthly, it'll be tough to take yourself out of an uptrend.
I think the monthlies will confirm that you need to take yourself out of an uptrend.
I mean, by the time you're at the 12-month moving average, it's a little bit late.
I'm not looking at a 12-month fucking moving average.
I don't know what you're looking at, but I don't know how you would do that.
Did you see any moving averages on any of those charts?
No, I didn't. But I don't know how you
erroneous.
I don't know how you would catch a rollover on a monthly. That was all I'm saying. So
all we're doing on the monthlies and quarterlies, all we're doing on a monthly and quarterlies is putting things into context. Then we'll dive into shorter time horizons like you're describing, and we'll combine the two. That's all. That's all.
Listen, you get one group, one of these charts for the first quarter of 2026. I just burnt incense in here, and now I can't breathe. Jesus. You get one sector for the first quarter of 2026. A couple of those look really, really good to me. What would you pick? I got an answer.
I got to tell you, financials and industrials are making new all-time highs, but communications and tech have been consolidating over the last few months after making new all-time highs last quarter.
Yep.
So I think that we're going to get another leg higher in this bull market going into 26. Being led by those groups would not be surprising at all.
I'm with you. And I think it's hard not to pick tech, XLK, for this exercise. But I look at XLI, and you got the same thing I was just saying about Germany, 6 months of nice consolidation in the context of a sweet uptrend. That one might even look most actionable at the sector level. But you're right, JC, that they all do look pretty damn good. I mean, you can make an argument for healthcare. You can make an argument for materials.
Well, materials haven't broken out yet. Neither's energy, right? So the reason I'm not choosing those because they haven't. Give me one stick. Give me one stick. Yeah. Healthcare's right there. So healthcare, yeah,
right.
It could definitely be healthcare, for sure.
Billy Cunningham says JC already picked. He's balls long oil.
I'm not balls long oil or the XLE, but I own energy stocks. Yes, I own the ones going up.
So
I'd like to buy more. Yeah.
MLPs? I don't know. Big yields out there, though. Big yields in that
I think
space.
MLPs are too boring.
They are boring, dude. They're really boring. Insurance stocks are boring. A lot of boring stuff. I feel like I call stocks boring too much, though. Don't listen to me. Sometimes you want the boring ones.
Dude, he
Someone was
says that they're boring, and then like a week later, he's like,
I'm
dude,
buying
I'm
them.
buying utility stocks, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's so true. Thoughts on the Benner cycle that's gone viral? Nope, nothing. Nothing from me. Never heard of it. Don't want to actually, Felly Fell, I'd rather you not mention that in my chat because I don't want to know about these things. I don't want to know anything about the Benner cycle. I know for a fact, knowing nothing about it, that it won't help me.
What about this open door? Are we gonna get a squeeze in this thing? Man, this thing is
so tight.
like a tiger.
It's been so tight. A lot of these things been really tight for a really long time. Like, let's see them go already. The speculative growth space has been like a slow drip lower. If you look at something like ARC, which I consider Open Door very much a part of, we had that big run off of the November lows, right? And then it's really just been a weak grind sideways to lower for the past 3 weeks. So if you see some momentum coming back into these risk on corners in the market, broadly speaking, I think you do look at stuff like Open Door for another leg higher because
Miss Unique says K1s suck.
K1s are terrible. I'm with you, Miss Unique. I hate them. Hey, nobody wants a K1.
Nobody wants a K1.
No.
No, and what makes them so annoying? Out of curiosity, Mr.
A lot of times they come late and they got weird shit in them. You got to like book losses and do different things that you wouldn't have to do if you just owned common stock and not some sort of partnership. Yeah. But they come late is the pain for a lot of people. You don't know when they're going to send them. Yeah.
Pain in the neck. Let's go back international. Can you throw up that chart 24 there? It's a great chart. I think this one comes from Rick. It's a great chart.
So
nice work there, Rick.
EM, as good as China and emerging markets were, you just gave us the numbers. Is EM a catch-up trade right now in 2026?
Big base, bro. It's a big base.
It looks like it. This chart makes it look that way to me. Like if you said to me, hey, you get to buy one area of international markets, you want the EM or the DM? I want the EM. I want the EM for sure. All day. That's where the juice is anyway. That's where all the fun is. That's where the beta really is. Yes, Europe kicked the United States' ass for the most part last year, but EM kicked Europe's ass. And that's just normal, right? In a bull market. And then you flip it on its head in a bear, EM's going to get crushed or smoked more so than international developed. So it's just
what do you think about Pepe the Frog making moves?
I don't know. I like this CC thing.
You see the Harry Potter? Harry Potter's up 10% today.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I woke up in the middle of the night and bought just a little bit, like an extra third of a position of Solana.
Look at Bonk up 7%, Fartcoin up 7%.
I saw they were all running.
Look at the GOAT.
They were all running last night.
Glodius Maximus. Look at those lows from April and look where we are now. Look at that thing squeezing on the GOAT.
So a couple days ago when Sol like shot higher to 130 and then faded real fast, I was looking at it and I wanted it because I want Sol. I wanted to add more Solana as close to this 120 level as possible. But once I felt safe that it was really going to hold. So I'm waiting for momentum off of this level. I didn't get juked out the other day. I'm proud of myself. When it spiked up to 130, my trigger went off, my alert went off. I'm laying there in bed in the middle of the night, and I said, nope, I'm not going to do it. And I'll tell you why. Because I looked at the leaderboard. I have like an altcoin watch list, hundreds of altcoins on it, and it wasn't great. Mixed action, nothing too good. Last night, I looked when I was thinking about buying Solana, and the altcoins were just lit up, dude. 5-10% higher, all of them running. That's what I like to see. A lot of green on the screen. Show me that the risk appetite is there. The animal spirits are out for crypto when I'm buying even Solana or one of the blue chip crypto.
You can get a crypto punk for 80 right now.
I want that wind at my back, baby. And I think we might be getting it here. We might be getting
a punk? You buying a punk, Strazza?
I'm dipping my toes back in. Not yet. Not yet.
You're going to wait till it gets back to over 100?
I'm probably never going to do it because it scares me.
Dude, you can get a dick butt for $2,200 right now.
Can I put it in my Schwab account?
I doubt it. As soon as you can, I'll sell them all.
Can a real bank hold it for me?
No, you're just holding it. It's on the blocking chain.
Wow, but banks are Teflon, and your money's safe there. We now know this after a couple of years ago. Your money couldn't be safer at a bank. I would rather hold my digital assets through them. Yeah. No? Am I crazy? Give me the IBIT over the BTC. Give me the ETH A over the ETH. Give me the Sol T over the Sol. No, I bought the Solana in my Coinbase account. But
Baby Doge making moves this morning too.
There's a baby Doge now?
I mean, there's been a baby Doge. Yeah. Just had an earthquake in Acapulco.
Wait,
Rick there?
Rick, are you okay? Rick just says there's an earthquake.
Earthquake in Acapulco.
Okay.
That's where my parents went on their honeymoon.
Nice. I hear it's beautiful. Rick was at the beach this weekend. Or no, it wasn't even the weekend. This is the most Monday-ish Friday of my life.
I was thinking the same thing earlier today.
I keep forgetting. I told somebody yesterday.
I don't know. I don't know what day today is.
I'm playing golf tomorrow. Doesn't feel like it though. Fantastic. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't.
All right. So Kenny's sick. He's not. He's laying in bed right now. But
he's crying about his Georgia Bulldogs. Is what he's doing. He's not sick.
Maybe. I don't know.
Angry.
That's just what he tells me. This is what he tells me.
College football season is over. Mine's just getting started, baby.
We do have the man, the myth, the legend, Alfonso Ribeiro in the not Ribeiro, just Alfonso de Pablos in the house with us right now. It's fun. It's been too long since you've joined the show. You want to hop on?
Bring him out. Bring him out.
What's up, guys?
What's up, my man?
What's up? Happy New Year. How are you guys?
Great New Year. Where you at? You in Spain?
I'm in Spain right now. Lovely.
In Madrid?
Food. Yeah, in Madrid. Good food, good people, having fun, looking at charts. Perfect life, yeah. So.
And are you living like this European lifestyle where like you take a nap during the day and then you go out and like a late dinner and stay up all night?
Well, late dinners, yes, but definitely not.
How late of dinner are you having? Are you doing like 9 o'clock dinners or something like that or no?
No, even late.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah, like 10:30.
10:30 dinners.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. You're killing me, Smalls.
Sometimes, I don't know, like on the weekends, 10:30, 11 sometimes.
11 o'clock dinner. Jeez Louise.
It is what it is. But
dude, I'm having dinner at 4:30, 5 o'clock.
No.
I got so many kids.
That's no. That's too American.
Dude, JC, I'm with you. We had dinner at 5 on New Year's Eve. We had a 5 o'clock reservation.
I have dinner at 5 o'clock every day. I mean, I have so many little kids. So like that 10:30 dinner. Are you fucking kidding me? No way.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Aren't you starving by 5 o'clock? What are you eating at 5 o'clock?
Like the breakfast? No. I'm just kidding.
Some tapas or something?
I don't know. Like 3 p.m. like lunch. I have lunch at 3 p.m. or something like that. Yes.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
But the Venezuelans don't live that kind of lifestyle. It's a European thing.
No, it's more normal there. Like,
dude, 11 o'clock dinners. Are you kidding me, man? No way.
10. Yeah, it depends on the day. I'm trying to figure it out.
These Spaniards, man, they're crazy.
All right.
Crazy. Strazza's having dinner already. Strazza's just eating. Strazza wakes up just eating dinner, like on his way to brush his teeth.
He wakes up at 3 to buy crypto, so he's eating breakfast at 3, and then he's doing lunch right now, and then dinner.
I will say though, I don't know if it's European, but I'm a big advocate of the aftermarket catnap. You heard about this?
Have I heard about this?
Yeah, like 4:30. You just go and hit it for like.
Yeah,
when
you have three little kids, you don't know what naps are.
Yeah, I'm too old to stay awake through the whole day. If we're busy at night, I need to re-up.
All right, Fonz. What are you seeing out there, my man? I know you got to get to your 10:30 dinner, so if you can, I appreciate you taking time away from your busy European schedule to come join us here today.
No, it's the best way to start a year. So Yeah, I'm looking China. Setting up again, pulling back. We're seeing here, I'm showing you guys China Tech ETF, CQQQ. This is a classic and textbook rounding bottom formation, classic reversal base in action. We got the breakout earlier this year, and now we're pulling back into former resistance, now turning into support. What it's interesting from this chart and many charts of China is the VWAP coming into play at the same exact level, now turning into support. So I couldn't imagine a more logical level for buyers to step in than here. So I'm looking at China. Also represents the largest weighting for emerging markets. I think that will be a huge push for emerging market in 2026. I love the chart that Rick shared. That you just shared, and the potential catch-up trade there in emerging market this year. And I think that's where my head is at right now to start the year. I really like emerging markets for 2026. I think we can finally see that breakout from this monster base.
I love this. CQQQ is really like the cleanest of the various, U.S. China indexes we have, but it tells a really good story, which is that if you flip back to it, Rick, this new uptrend just began, right? Whatever it was, 50% in 2025, that's great, but this trend just turned, right? This is like brand new bull market in China stuff. And this is really the first big continuation pattern since that trend shifted. So I think you buy this here, like right here, hand over fist. And if you want confirmation, go ahead and drop some VWAPs from the pivot highs, that peak coming out of the base, right? And use that for confirmation for the trade. But this is just set up really nicely. And like you said, Fonz, great start to the year so far.
Yep. So for the CQQQ, if you drop a VWAP from the October highs, that will be around 54. If we reclaim that 54 level, I mean, right now we're up 3.5%.
Yeah,
we're right there. I think you got a nice new leg higher for China Tech. So keep an eye on those levels.
Or buy the ones that are already doing it, like Baidu.
Exactly. Which is
Baidu looks the best of any of China's Mag 7s right now. So it's funny because we told that story last year, right? Hey, Baidu's like one of the only ones of China's Mag 7s that isn't working, but that's not going to remain the case. Remember what happened to Google in the United States, right? Now it's the best one. It used to be the worst. Well, now look at Baidu. Already we're calling it the best one.
Yep. So here we're looking at Baidu with a potential upside gap from this morning. As you mentioned, Steve, the same pattern, same pullback, scoring some points here and reclaim that VWAP from the pivot high from early October. And leading the way higher, looking good.
Yeah, the setup's incredible. We talk about how these companies are special because they're built like, the American mega cap growth companies. And you're seeing that today. Like, who knew? Baidu had its own chip making division that it's spinning off. These guys just have a ton of levers that they could pull, similar to the US tech companies.
Yep, that's right.
So that's fantastic. Anything else that we really, really like internationally? Somebody wants an update on the Long Dong trade? It's been great. Go ahead. Go look at Vietnam. It's been fantastic. I don't know.
Long Dong, much better than short Dong. As it turns out, right?
Yeah, no, well, definitely. You never want a short dong because it's just so hot right now. And I think that's like a high beta way to express a bullish China or even bullish EM thesis. You just go straight to Vietnam. Just skip everything else, go all the way out on the risk curve as far as you can, and you eventually get to Vietnam. And if you're right, that EM is going to be smoking hot this year, and China's going to, be a great place to be invested this year, I'll bet you Vietnam's better.
Like Vietnam looks really, really nice. Consolidated in a nice way, in a short-term pattern, very tight after a nice run at the beginning of the year of 2025. It looks more, like a continuation pattern.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks really good. I like it.
How about that emerging market ex-China?
The MXC?
Yeah.
Why would you ex-China?
Well, it's not so much to ex-China as it is putting into context what's happening in emerging markets outside of China, right? It's not saying like don't own China. It's, is it only China or are there other things working too? Throw up slide 2. It's a good chart, I think.
I want the EM plus 2x China.
Yeah, fine.
That's what I want.
Fine. No one's arguing that. That's not the point I'm trying to make here. This is a very Steve Strazza chart. Tell me I'm wrong.
Ooh, nice base.
Nice.
Big base. Big
base.
Oh,
funny how now all of a sudden he's like, oh, well.
And this looks better than a lot of the other international trends, which really pinged sideways like middle of last year and have just been in consolidation phases relative to U.S. index.
Fonz, what's the best ADR right here, right now? China or otherwise Latin America? I don't give a damn. What's the best ex-US stock to own that trades right on US exchanges?
That's a good question. Good question.
I only ask the good questions.
Last year were, I will say, European banks look incredibly good. But look, that Baidu looking good. I really like the China trade right now. So I will say Baidu. I like Baba as well. I will throw a chart of Baba. Let me see, because it's also pulling back into a pivot high from earlier, from last year.
Oh, Baba, you're buying the pullback here.
Yeah, I will show you. Yeah, this.
Baba,
yeah, exactly.
You make the bet that it looks more like Baidu in the future. And then, to get back to those pivot highs, what, 25-30% upside? That's awesome.
Right. And the difference, when you compare Baba with these ETF, it's not pulling back to the breakout level, but the most recent pivot high from an earlier breakout that we got here. So,
and Yosel's pointing out like something like Cemex. Latin America looks great. It's been super hot, but these things have been almost a straight line higher for most of 2025. And then you look at some of this other stuff that we're talking about out in emerging Asia, and they've been consolidating. I'd rather have ones that are coming out of fresh consolidations now, about to enter a new leg up. Maybe they look like Peru or Chile soon.
It's not Chile, it's Chile.
Like Chile.
Chile is what you eat. Chile is the country. It's not Chile.
It's how I feel when it's cold outside.
Kid? Like, what are we doing here?
Chile.
Get him some Chilean wine.
Yeah. Mexico, you might have a little fresh breakout working though. Mexico.
Yeah, in Latin America, I'm interested to see how Mexico, Brazil react. Also Argentina. I remember in 2024, we saw Argentina outperform everything, in the world, leading international equities in Latin America. Then we saw that rotation out of Argentina into Peru, into Chile, even Colombia. So I'm interested to see what the next rotation within Latin America is. If we continue to see some, this momentum coming from, natural resources related countries like Peru, Chile, or we will see some, rotation into, I don't know, maybe energy, right? So we can see Brazil, Mexico perform better, or if we see Argentina, regain leadership again, which is most exposed to discretionary stocks, technology, banks, financial. So that's where my head is at.
Yeah, I like that. I particularly like the base in Indonesia, and one way to play it is through the big telecom company out there, which is TLK. Looks even better. Already came out of a nice little base. This is a big level right here around 21. I believe it pays a really nice dividend yield.
Malaysia is looking good as well. That's a nice short-term base. So I like that one as well.
Wow. Dude, Indonesia doesn't get many shout-outs.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Great Indonesian food in Amsterdam. Excellent.
What?
How about India? Getting very tight here at this level.
You can have it. But yeah, INDA does look good.
Yeah, it's getting tight. So
Strazza, what's your favorite international? You like the China trade too?
It's China. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not. Look, I'd be lying if I said anything but China. At this point, my account is so grossly overweight China. Once again, I cannot wait for the market to open today. We'll have a happy day over here with all of our China and Baidu. That's it for me.
Yeah,
put my money
Great
where my
question
mouth
there
is.
on the Mercado Libre.
Or putting my mouth where my money is, I guess.
Careful where you put that mouth, bro. What do you guys think there on the Mercado Libre? The Amazon of Latin America? Is it time?
Yep.
I think
So that's a big level. That's a big level. You know,
This
pulling
thing
back.
has sucked for 6 months.
Yeah, to former resistance. I think that's a big level for Meli. So
you can buy this on strength even here. But I think Meli, I mean, Fonz, what else is there? Like, if you want to build a nice portfolio of stocks out in Latin America, I think that's got to be your anchor because that's the big consumer stock in that region.
yeah, I couldn't agree more. And you know, from a risk management perspective, it's a clean level there where you can define risk. You can, know if you're wrong easily and fast if the price goes in the other direction. So
big round number too. It's really like 2,000 is the
exactly.
level, really.
Yep.
All right, great.
All right. What do you say we do a little recess and get to it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I was given I was breaking Spencer's balls the other day as we do around here, and talking about the pizza and French fries, right? I'm like, no, I'm not teaching my kids the pizza. As it turns out, that's what they do. They teach the kids the pizza. Spencer was right. Spencer was
I'm stunned.
Yeah.
You just blew my mind.
Spencer was right. They're teaching the kids the pizza, but like I'm trying to fix it. Like, do the pizza and then turn, right? So my daughter, 2 lessons, already going down the slopes, doing green runs, already going on the chairlift. And then the twin boys had their first lesson yesterday. One of them, the one who thinks he's the Incredible Hulk, followed instructions. Kid's a stud. The other one protested the whole thing. Not doing it.
Wow.
I'm not doing the skiing shit. I'm going to stand right here and watch my brother.
Then
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Well, then
Hold
you
on,
gotta
that's
try, you gotta try boarding. Throw on a snowboard and see what happens.
Daddy doesn't know how to do that.
So that's pretty amazing, though. I would have thought that the boys are too young to ski, no?
No, they got 2-year-olds out there. Yeah, because what's great is that they're so
impressive.
short that if they fall, they're right next to the ground already. So it's not
no
that big
impact.
a deal.
Yeah.
Now, if you're 6'2" and you're falling, now that could start to be a problem.
You're dead.
Yeah. And they wear these vests with like a handle on the back so you can just grab them and pick them up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
And it's not child abuse or anything. Like it's totally cool.
Right. Just scoop them. You need those for the real world.
I mean, you're throwing these 3-year-olds down a mountain. So, I mean, we're way past child abuse at this point.
Yeah, totally. All right. Well, that's
anyway,
awesome.
That's the update.
Cool.
So what happened that Morgan put you in the guest room?
Guest room?
No?
This is the master.
Okay.
This is the master bedroom. You know they don't call them master bedrooms anymore? That got canceled. Because there's they have like another word because the word master bedroom offends people. Did you hear that? It's like a real
This is
thing.
not true. There's no way this is true.
Doesn't offend me.
True story. I'm not offended either. This is the master.
All right. Whatever.
Yeah.
Great. So I watched the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Did I already talk about this?
No. Is it? I've heard it's awesome and it's terrible. Which is it?
I thought it was excellent.
Okay.
Some parts were a little cringy, but I thought, it's Leonardo DiCaprio just killing it. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes, so it's very long. Sean Penn crushes it. Benicio del Toro's in it. It's just a great cast. I super enjoyed it, but I love Leo. I don't know who's better.
What's the name of the movie?
Another Battle. Live to fight another battle.
One battle after another is what it's called.
One battle after another.
And JC, it's apparently the chat's saying it's the primary suite.
No, it's not. Not in my house.
No, there's another word for it that's even worse.
Okay, whatever.
No, yeah. I'm telling you, these people
I didn't hear that.
offended.
Wow.
I wanted to give a shout out to Stranger Things, which came to an end over the weekend or yesterday. Again, Wednesday night, whenever the last thing came on. I watched it. I've been a fan since day one. It wasn't. The ending was fine. It was not the best show ever. It was not the worst show ever. It was okay. They more or less stuck it, and that's all you can ask for. I will maintain, if you have never seen Stranger Things and you're nostalgic for the 1980s, seasons 1 and 2 of that show are just chef's kiss. Super pure nostalgia porn. I wasn't even alive in the 80s, and I was nostalgic for the 80s after watching it. So just good overall, good show.
Nice. Great.
Better beginning than an end, but that's okay. They can't all be great. It was fine. 1 thumb up. It was fun.
I might check it out.
Yeah.
Another show that's coming back with a late new season is Industry. It's pretty popular.
I've never seen that.
HBO.
I heard they're bringing back Malcolm in the Middle, which I've never seen a single episode of. So is that a good show, everyone? Should we check that
every
out?
Sunday night when I was growing up, but I never watched it either.
Yeah.
What's his name? Was the dad?
Yeah, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
Anyway, Stranger Things, not the best show ever, not the worst show ever. Fine, just fine overall.
They asked Ruben Bain, who's going to be the first defensive
what
end
a monster.
draft. What a stud.
So sick.
And they asked him after the game, like, oh, you're going to party? He's like, I just want to go home and watch Stranger Things.
Yeah,
really?
Because it's been 10 freaking years.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Long.
This is like the largest man ever. He just wants to go home and watch Stranger Things.
He's a beast. That Miami defense, baby. Look out.
We got a shot, so I might be missing the first night of the Portfolio Accelerator down in Miami, but I mean, I said it from the beginning.
Yeah,
I know.
I was telling people
all that's forgiven, so it's not my fault that we're so good.
I was telling people it's canceled after they won.
And Monty's is like so much fun. I love Monty, so I'm kind of bummed out that we're not going to go. I'm gonna have to mosey on over there at some other point, get myself some confraters, get some stone crabs.
You can do that.
You can do that. Sneak over there.
Fonz, what do you have for us?
Some stone crab at some point. I know that much.
Go to Little Havana, get some pastelitos. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for Miami. We'll show you guys a good arepa, tequeños, empanadas.
Alfonso fits right in Miami. That's
the move in Miami.
Fonz is so excited for Miami. I go, when are you getting there? He's getting there like Saturday, leaving 2 days after we're all gone. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I just wanted to make sure I'm ready for the week. I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah, sure. He's gonna be eating his way through that town. Are we going to our Betters, where I used to work back in the day?
We should go. I've never.
The best chili cheese fries east of the Mississippi, my man. Woo-wee.
I love a good chili cheese dog. Just you talking about it right now.
Why don't we just send one of the guys on Uber to go pick them up?
Done. Yep.
They wrap them up nicely, or at least they used to. They wrap them up nicely, get some chili dog, extra onions. Woo!
Would love that. Would love that right now. Really.
Yeah.
If you want to see us in Miami, time is pretty tight right now. We're up against the deadline, but you can
in Miami.
You can use that link below and apply. Our next event is going to be in Nashville after Miami, in Nashville in May, and then New York in September. And obviously, there's more time to prepare for those.
Who said New York in September? That sounds terrible.
That's what we said. Anyway,
United Nations General Assembly and I think Fashion Week. You got a bunch of shit in September. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Use that link if you want to see us in person. Come hang out for a few days of meetings and strategy and market talk, and it's a good time. A good time is had by all. Once again, a reminder of today's special live event, 4:15 Eastern Time. Jason, Sam, and I'll be there as well. But those guys are the main act. 4:15 allstarcharts.com. The link is in the chat. It is in the description. I'll throw it up on the screen one more time via QR code. There it is. Scan that. allstarcharts.com. Replay will be up as well. What's next for gold and silver? I don't know. You don't know, but fortunately we have those guys and they know. So on that note, we'll get out of here. It is a Friday. I cannot remember that for the life of me.
Not Monday.
It is not Monday.
Monday, people.
We will see you on Monday, bright and early, same time, same place, Same everything.
YOLO responsibly.
Go make some money. Thanks for watching. And for the last time, because this is the last day you can say it, Happy New Year, everyone. After today, no more Happy New Year's.
Is that
this
true?
Is it.
Okay.
This is it.
Yeah.
That's true.
All right.
That's right.
Happy New Year.
I'm already sick of it.
Yeah. See?
I love New Year's. New Year's is great. New beginnings.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go